Hello and welcome to You, and You. I'm your budget boss, and today we're going to be talking about our talents and finances in the Bible. Yes, we are going to talk about Matthew 25:14-30 with the talents and how does that apply to finances and money and budgeting and all that good stuff, because it's right there. Okay, it is Matthew 25:14-30. We're going to kind of just summarize it to get the gist of what are we talking about here. So we have this master that gives his servants a certain amount of talents. So one got 5, one got 2, and one got 1. Okay, and it was according to what they were capable of doing. So we are given funds, we are given the ability to make income according to what we're able to handle. Question. So moving on past that, this master went away for a time and left them with the talents. So now we have this master coming back to see, what did you do with the talents that I gave you? So the one with 5, he's like, master, this is what I did. I made 5. I had 5 and I made 5, right? Great job. Enter in. The second one, he had 2. He said, master, this is what I did. This is what I had. I made 2. He's like, great job. Enter in. And then we got to number 3 and it got a little squirrely. Number 3 said, well, I went over there and I dug a hole. I put it down there because I knew you deal rough. So I'm just going to, put this to the side, make sure it's cool. And when you come back, I'm going to dig it up and hand it to you. And then I took care of it. Nothing happened to the talent. And he got in trouble because he did not do nothing with what he had. He was called wicked and lazy, like it's no good for him. Then we get to what's the point? Is to teach us that we get something and we're expected to do something with it. So they got their talents that they just poof, all right, it just turned into 5 into 2. No, they had to make a plan and figure out what they were going to do to multiply those funds or those talents. Maybe a budget. I'm just saying, they probably said, okay, well, I have this much, and if I go and invest in this product or go and do this over here, how much could I possibly get on return for doing this or doing that? But they had to have a plan. How else would you figure out what you need to do to be able to get those funds to multiply? For us today, we want our funds to multiply too. We want our talents to double, triple, quadruple, right? We want to be the one that is called good and faithful because they did well with what they had. So they planned out what they needed to do with those talents to get them to increase. So did they maybe they had a budget? I don't know. I'm just saying, it sounds like they probably did something where they sat down and wrote something and said, here's my plan. This is what I'm going to do with these monies. And, and good things happened. And then just to throw in a little kicker, at the end of this passage, it says, let me read it. Okay. And this is 29. For to everyone who possesses, more shall be given, and he shall have overflowingly. But from him who does not possess, even what he possesses shall be taken away. That sounds like something, that we might be a little touchy about, like the rich get richer and the poor get poor. I'm just saying, it sounds like that. So, but the good servant, the one with 5, he got the extra 1 because he did a good job with his 5. If you do a good job with what you got, what you get, then more will be added to it. So we want to make sure we are doing well with what we have. We are budgeting it out. We are accounting for everything. We are being good stewards of our funds, our finances, our income. I'm just trying to challenge us to say, am I doing a good job with my talents? Am I budgeting them? Am I accounting for them? Am I doing well with my finances? Just some questions for us to ponder. Thank you for being here today. Please join our community of money masters and budget bosses and say it with me now. I'm a budget boss. I'm a budget boss. See you later.